minutes of our March 31 meeting will require action on, so if someone makes the,
I'll move to approve those minutes.
Second.
it's moved and seconded, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, housekeeping's out of the way. So topic of discussion, Rich, you couldn't at least put a tie on for us today? Come on.
I know. I have a jacket I can go put on.
No, it's okay. We're exhibiting equal amount of love back, you know, as you can see, so. And Stoner, he just lost us, so. Kirk, did you want to preface any of this, or are we going right to Rich?
Sure, just a quick update. Commissioners, we met in exec session. We looked over the SRTA management agreement. We had some comments that were made on that. I sent Rich the red line version that you had. He has that. I think today that's the primary focus of discussion, plus, you know, while he's here, if there's any other questions you have. I know we're looking at April 15th deadline, Rich, you know, for us to potentially look at a resolution for the board to consider that. So turn it over to you, Rich.
Yeah, that is correct. Our goal is to submit all of the paperwork to the Secretary of State to form the new authority on April 15th. That's our goal. So I'll kind of talk a little bit about the agreement. We looked at your marked up version. I don't think there are any issues with this. And so I think we're good to go. The additions were good. That's it. You're welcome.
Okay, anything specific that we do need to discuss on those, or are you accepting them carte blanche?
I think so. I mean, you know, I have them to our solicitor, but again, I don't think you didn't change the context of the agreement. You strengthened it in places where I think it's appropriate, and I don't think there's nothing that I'm concerned with, and if
Okay.
The joint committee had any concerns, my recommendation is I like it, it's good.
Well, our business decision here is we do have the copy that we provided. We could take action on that, but if you haven't gotten the final go-ahead, I'm not sure we want to do that yet, unless we have your assurance that it's good to go. Do you have any indications from them that we don't want to pass something that's obsolete, of course? Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's gonna be a concern, so just kind of a matter of procedure. So this agreement is with SRTA, which isn't even formally formed yet,
Oh,
right?
right, yeah.
Right, so the first thing is I'm asking for the board to pass the resolution allowing us to form the new authority, right? And then in July, maybe late June, we have to, you know, that's still questionable, the timeline, but we will have our first SRTA board meeting where this agreement and we have other agreements, funding agreement, those kind of things will all be presented to the board and then sent to you for, you know, A, comment and then B, ratification.
Rich, will the other partners have to sign another agreement based off of what we're recommending as changes?
No, because no one's seen this yet, right? So now, when we send the mutual cooperation agreement to the other partners, they may have comments too, right? So we may have to send it out for a round of comments, come back, collect them, and then submit a sort of, you know, our best and final offer kind of thing to the funding partners at that point. So there'll be some back and forth. I don't expect that this agreement would be, you know, ratified at the first board meeting, but, you know, probably we'll present it in July or June and ratify it in July or August, depending on that time frame.
I was under, I guess, misunderstanding. I thought the other counties had approved it.
Oh, for the resolution to form the authorities, yes. All the other funding partners have passed theirs. Make sure we're talking about the same document.
Yeah, and
We're not.
We're not,
We're not talking about the same document.
Okay.
because we're
So
changing.
the document that's urgent is the resolution to form the authority.
Yeah, which indeed is,
This is
I think
mutual
this is what I have to hear.
has not been agreed upon by anyone yet. Okay, got it.
So there'll
It's sort of,
be a single agreement, cooperation agreement.
Yeah. Which nobody,
Beautiful. Okay.
nobody
So-
has seen that yet.
Nobody's-
Hang on, Rich. So just help me out here for a second. What we're doing is resolving to form the regional authority, correct?
correct.
Okay, but everyone's going to have to sign these articles of incorporation, correct?
So once we get all of the, well, no, but what we have to do is once, let's do that, let me make sure.
Okay,
So the process is we have to submit to the Secretary of State the resolutions of forming the new authority.
mm-hmm,
And then on the heels of that, my next request, once you notify me that your resolution is good, I will reach back out to all the funding partners, and you're going to have to tell me who you're appointing to the new board.
well,
And then-
so I have the articles of incorporation in front of me in draft form.
Okay, I'm almost there.
Okay, and they have to be signed by someone from every county.
There you go.
Rich, what you need approved by
Yeah.
April 14th is just the resolution?
Correct.
Okay, the rest will be discussed at a later date.
Well, it'll be a bit of a rapid fire, because we're gonna wanna get it all wrapped up pretty quick.
Yeah,
So we need to have those in place before July,
right,
right? And then because all that sets up the framework, and then allow us to file for the new EIN number.
But the resolution of support is all you need from us today.
right.
That's correct.
Just real quick, Kurt, is all that squares with what your understanding was? Because we're a little confused on this end.
Yes, Gary, the resolution was the key issue. The board was provided with a resolution and a variety of other documents for review. Through the course of those review, the board had various questions. One of those was this management agreement with CAT. Rich has provided that to you. That'll come at a later date, but the key document is that resolution.
Okay, all right. I had to ask, because
Yeah.
the look on your face was either this was new to you, or else you overdid it at lunch or something, so I'm not sure, but, so, okay, so we're all squared away, everybody?
Yeah, I think we could pass this, Gary, and if you want to add in the motion contingent upon solicitor review, but I think Keith has already reviewed this. He has reviewed it. All right, then we can move forward with just the resolution.
Okay. All right, so are there additional questions in regards to the resolution? Kirk, you've seen this too, right?
Yes, yeah, we've seen that a while ago, so yeah, we're well past that.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I had no issues with the resolution, it was with this memorandum or mutual cooperation agreement, which we are addressing at the moment, which Rich is gonna take those changes back to the board.
I'm going to incorporate them as the initial draft document.
Okay, so nobody will notice that it was changed.
Correct.
Okay, questions?
It's okay.
Now's the time. You got something?
I'm just kind of, Vince, did you say no one would notice that it was changed?
No, what Rich said is the mutual cooperation agreement has not even been passed to the other partners,
No, it's
correct?
with the solicitor.
Right. So your comment, I'm going to incorporate as part of the base document.
Yeah,
That will be
initial
sent out
draft.
for first draft comment.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh, okay,
That's
so
okay.
that has not been sent around yet.
correct.
Thank you.
That's what I had
Thank
meant
you.
to say, but didn't.
That's all right, thanks.
Yeah, so our action today is just the resolution.
Yeah,
So this is like starting gun,
yeah,
just to gotta run the race.
get out of the gate,
All
Doesn't
right.
mean we can't trip each other along the way.
correct.
Just a question, if I may, Gene, you referenced the articles of incorporation. Are there any concerns that you have? Because, that, we'll be coming back to you with that in pretty short order. And, that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I have concerns yet, but, the articles of incorporation probably have to, they have to to be in agreement, with everything else that we're doing. So if there's anything in that memorandum that we changed, that we need to then go and reflect that change in the Articles of Incorporation, we should, but I don't know if there's anything there.
And they probably shouldn't be, because you would never want something that's in agreement in your founding articles of incorporation should be at a very high level. Right?
Agreed.
You never want to, right?
Yeah,
It's ever-
yes. I just think we ought to double check and make sure.
Yeah.
But,
If I may be so bold to ask, I would love for Lister to review those, pretty
Yeah.
quick to see if there's any concerns, because I'll be coming in, pretty fast, furious on requesting a follow-up approval of that.
okay. Thanks, Rich.
Richard from the board too, that was, the article agreement, that was subject to the board review and solicitor review. Rich, if you recall, we did send you a list of comments on those from staff and whatnot, so I think they've been looked at.
And all of it's been incorporated.
Okay.
So, I think, they've been, and again, they are sort of high level, so they're not overly complicated.
All right, so that's the Articles of Incorporation will be addressed later, not now. And
Right.
there's an operational agreement as well, then that'll be coming around the same time, or?
That will come in
July.
June, July time.
That's
And
the-
what's the new, right, because it has to come from the new authority.
Okay, all right, so there's really 3 documents we're gonna be eyes on with, so, okay. This is just number 1, correct?
For one.
Okay.
So the next is appointment of the new board members. So you'll need to take action on who they will be, and then, signing of the Articles of Incorporation, and that'll allow us to finalize the formation of the new authority.
Okay. So, I think the hope was to take action on this today. Does the board feel comfortable enough with the resolution that's at hand? I know we didn't have a great deal of time to study it, but does look fairly straightforward if we want to take a minute or 2 now. We could take action today. I know there's some interest expressed in that. It's not required today if we're not feeling ready, so I'll leave it to my colleagues.
I have no issues with the resolution. I thought incorrectly, I thought the resolution and this mutual cooperation agreement were hand in hand, they're not, they're separate. So I have no issues with taking action on the resolution only. And I think that's what Rich needs by the 15th.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's today or the 14th are our options, so whatever pleases the board.
Gene, are you good?
I'm fine moving forward with it today.
What that would allow us to do is, again, is almost a week on getting the board appointments going. So, if you take that action today, you'll probably get correspondence from me tomorrow saying, I'm requesting for you to appoint your 2 board members and, Articles of Incorporation.
And those appointments have to be made by when again, just so I'm clear?
They probably have to be made, April, May, by the second week of May.
Second week of May, okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's helpful, thank you.
And Rich, I'm just gonna change the subject from the resolution quickly. So in my hand, I have the comments, from the Articles of Incorporation that staff put together. And so I do see there needs to be some clarity between the Articles of Incorporation and the bylaws. And it seems to me that when the Articles of Incorporation, when there's a discussion of, and I don't have my glasses on, there's a discussion of a funding stream. So, and there's a discussion of that in this mutual cooperation agreement. We may need to tie some things together between those 3 documents.
So.
It's just cleanup.
Yeah. And when you say Scott, you mean Scott Weiler?
No, our solicitor needs to make sure that those 3 documents are all working in unison with each other.
Am I able to reach out to Keith?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I will do that. I'll make sure I
Yeah.
connect with him.
As always, it's good to put our our Chief Operating Officer, Stacy Snyder. When you reach out to Keith, just CC her on that, so she's in the loop.
Yep. Yep, not a problem. Yep, I'll do that.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 2021-15, which is a resolution regarding the new Joint Transportation Authority.
I will second that motion.
Okay, it's moved and seconded to, for action on the resolution as presented, without alteration. And if there's no further questions, we'll call the vote. And all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? There is not, passes.
Thank you.
Yep. So I guess,
Any questions related to transit in general before I sign off?
yeah, what's the future of transit?
I like to say it's bright.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah, all right.
I
Good
have-
things are happening.
That's good to hear. We don't hear that too often on many fronts, so that is truly good to hear. So. Okay, I think that means we've addressed the topic with you, Rich. So I'm sure you have better things to do than talk to us. You're in Harrisburg, aren't you? I'm trying to look out your window
Yeah.
there. So, okay.
Yeah, that was behind
I
me.
see a cat.
I thought I saw a cat bus. All right. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I guess
All right.
we're done, so you can excuse yourself. And Kirk, did we need anything from you further?
I hope not.
Well, if we do, we'll just ring you back. We know where you are.
Okay, all right, sounds like a deal, thanks.
Okay, thank you,
Thanks,
gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
All right.
Thanks.
That concludes item 3, the topic of discussion that we had on the agenda. So if there's, what we'll do is we'll move on to item 4, which is other business. So anything on any topic relevant to county government, the commissioners? Nothing, okay. That being the case, we'll move on to item 5, we provide an opportunity for public comment at all meetings. Is there anyone present or online? There's no one. All right, so we come at that point, there's nothing more, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
We stand adjourned. Thank you all for being here.